Hello guys, Mr. Icefire here, bringing you another World of Tanks video. Now today I'm going to show you a couple of clips showing active scouting. Right at the beginning I'm going to show you a clip that's going to demonstrate suicide scouting. Now suicide scouting is when someone in a very fast light tank uses the speed, goes way too far ahead, gets seen by practically the whole enemy team, gets shot at, destroyed right at the beginning of the match, does absolutely nothing for the team, and just dies. And you normally, those type of people go, oh, you know, hacking or cheating or, you know, oh, where was my team behind them? End of the day, you're in the fastest class of tanks in the game. You know, your team is not going to be next to you if you literally just charge ahead. So this is suicide scouting. Now moving along here, we're not going to finish off this match, but at the beginning, moving along here, and I'm seeing the lemon train going down the 9 line. And you'll notice in a second I stop to have a proper look at my map, just to see whether there's, I don't know, anybody around me that's actually coming with me apart from this locust. And there we go. You know, classic lemon train, we've all seen it. Frustrates us, but there's nothing you can do. So moving ahead, I'll be honest, I can't remember where I'm trying to go on here. This certainly isn't going to be a push. It's just going to be a holding action. Now there we go. I've spotted him. He spotted a bunch of our tanks. I get a shot in. Quite a lucky shot whilst on the move with the M3 loop. And then fires, bounces off me a couple times. I get a second shot and he gets finished off by the locust. He achieved absolutely nothing in that game apart from spotting 2 tanks. Did no damage. Would have got crap XP, crap silver. That is suicide scouting. That is something you definitely do not want to do. Right, so the first clip is in Muravanka. Now, if I remember correctly, I was going to move up onto the hill, get into a bush and do some passive scouting. Now passive scouting is where you sit in a bush, camouflage, you spotting tanks, you're getting the assistance damage on them from your allies shooting them. Right. If I remember correctly, that doesn't quite go to plan, and I then have to go from passive scouting to active scouting. So I'm going along, and yeah, this is definitely the clip. I'm going up here, and there's a bush over here on the right hand side. Right, you can see everyone down the A and 2 lines. Right, but if I remember correctly, we get another example of suicide scouting happening in a second. Well, there we go. BT7 charging ahead. There's going to be nobody there to support him apart from the artillery, maybe a tank or 2 that's going over the hill on the way. And there you go. He's died. He's done nothing. Don't get me wrong. He's spotted a lot of enemy tanks, and he would have got some XP for that, but a tiny amount. And he is just they've just now lost one of their eyes. Well, that's what you are as a light tank. You are the eyes of the team. Unfortunately, because he did do that suicide charge, he has spotted me, and they know roughly where we are. And to be honest, at this point, I then see that the one of our flanks is about to collapse, so I need to get over there and help out. And this is active scouting. This is going along, getting in the enemy's face. Not necessarily, you know, like doing tons of damage. Obviously, I mean, I don't think I've actually done any damage apart from when I shot that BT7. But it's getting in phase, causing a nuisance, causing people to turn the turrets, turn the tanks, turn the armour away from your friendlies. And they're the ones that are going to do damage to them. And you can see I've got 4 spotting damage ribbons. That's where my allies have damaged enemy tanks because I've spotted them. Now I get 50% of the credits and 50% of the XP for that. Bit of a dirty moment driving into the building there. But the way you do this is you get in the face, but you never stay still, and you never try and get into a fight with somebody. You come in, you fire maybe a shot or 2, or maybe sometimes even you don't, and you just cause them to want to take you out. Because at the end of the day, you're a light tank. You've got thin armor, you've got low health. Right? Most people that see a light tank want to kill it because they know how easy it is. So you're causing them to focus on you rather than your allies. focus on you rather than what they're doing. Focus on you rather than protecting themselves and doing damage to the heavy hitters of your team, the other tanks. Like you can see, here I've been spotted, been shot at, I'm moving away, I'm not even trying to get a shot off there, and I'm coming at another angle. Trying to make them guess where I am. Now I am lucky that obviously I've got some allies around me that are drawing their attention. But this, it's the same tactic as if you're on your own. Obviously I've come over there because I saw a low health enemy tank. I get a bit of damage and a kill. You go for it. So now this flank has collapsed for the enemy team. I mean, we're walking over and it's 10-3. But now I need to press my advantage, and the good thing about light tanks is the longer they stay alive, the more powerful they become, because they are faster, they have better view range, they're not likely to be spotted. And if you notice now what we had a medium tank, tank destroyer and 3 artillery, right? All have worse camouflage ratings than light tanks. Especially you normally end up with heavy tanks at the end, but obviously there wasn't any on the enemy team. There we go, another spotting room. Heavy tanks have really crap view range in comparison to you, so you can see them before they see you. You can get into a position where, I don't know, you can damage them, or at least you can spot them for your enemy. And the best thing about light tanks is they are artillery killers, because they are fast, they are nimble, and they can see the artillery well before they can see them. Now obviously, the Stuart 1-4, British one, as with many light tanks, especially down at this tier, hasn't got an amazing gun values, especially on the move. So, obviously didn't really do that much damage, but I spotted for my allies, and they took them out, and I obviously, like I said, get assistant points for that. Now unfortunately, obviously, I was expecting the artillery to be in this corner, but he's scuttled off to the other one, which is actually quite smart of him, because where I am is a classic artillery spot. The other 2 artillery there, he's gone over there to try and avoid being seen and getting killed. So good showing there. But you notice as well, I did get shot at by the artillery. I did attempt to get shotgunned, but I was able to dodge him. Again, because you're in a manoeuvrable light tank. That's the assets, it's not armour, it's not firepower, it's manoeuvrability and speed. You always need to remember that. Now, I was top of the team on XP, certainly not on damage, and it was only a 2nd class mastery badge. But that shows what a light tank can do if you use it correctly. Unlike the other 2 examples at the beginning of this video. Suicide scouting is pointless. It's a waste of your time, it's a waste of a pair of eyes that can help your team to win. So, the next one on Mountain Pass, Standard Battle. I'm in the Locust PS, which is basically the Locust American Tier 3 light tank with a chrome paint job, especially for the PlayStation. I think it was given to you if you played the beta. The Locust is an amazing tank. It's got a decent gun. I mean, it's not got amazing armor, but it's got some funky angles and stuff like that. But it's a low profile tank. It reminds me a lot of an ELC. Obviously, it's not quite as low as an ELC. It's a little nippy, low profile, hard to spot, hard to shoot tank. It's got really good speed. We're getting what, 63, 64 kilometers an hour. This thing moves. Now I'm trying to get up this little bit here, which you can do, or at least you can do on the Xbox 360 if you have a powerful enough tank. I think I might have actually hit the wrong slope there, so looks like I might have messed up. So moving along, and I'm gonna try and spot anybody coming over this little centre lake thing. That's what I was going to do up there, but obviously that didn't work. But I don't want to get spotted out, because there are a lot of light tanks in the enemy team, so there's a chance that they can spot me before I spot them. But certainly doesn't seem to be anybody. Now, quick check on the map to see, what we can see if we know where things are. But there's plenty of us over here, and nothing seems to be coming, which is a little bit confusing. This is like, maybe not going through that little bag, but certainly around the side. But another good thing about light tanks is when situation and placement aren't working out for you, you have the speed, you have the manoeuvrability to get somewhere else. That's the key part of a light tank, is it can get to different places, it can react better than any other tank, because of its speed, and also as well because it doesn't lose its camo value whilst moving like other tanks do. It can do that more safely. Now I'm shooting it out with it. I'll be honest, bit of a bad idea. I mean, I'm figuring that he's only got my turret to shoot at, and the accuracy on that thing is not amazing. And obviously it did pay out for me, but it could have been a lot worse. And obviously there is enemy artillery in this game. There's one as well. You've always got to take a shot of artillery. Nearly killed him. See, I don't know what the Stuart's trying to do there. There we go, take a little blind shot. I'm here, and I can see that, you know, there's a few of us here, but there's nobody on this flank here. Now we are losing 4-6. Didn't realise there was that little slope there, so I'll lose a bit of health going down here. But you can see now, I'm coming onto this flank because I've seen that there's nobody from our team on here. They've pushed through, and I can already see, or I wish I'd actually realised that the little mini-map, I had the little one rather than the big one. But I can see obviously they've got to our base now. So I'm moving along here, and I know I need to get back there quickly because I know there's a few of them on this flank. Now, I'll be honest, I could have carried on driving and actually manually aiming at this guy, which is why I lose so much of my health, is because I'm auto-aiming. He's moving about as well as me. And he takes me down to such little health that, you know, I reckon if one of my crew members sneezed and hit his head on the tank or something, it would probably take it out. There we go. I need to get up here and I need to get some resets. I'm the only one over here that can do this. So even if that's all I do for the rest of this match, it's something that I need to do. There we go. Reset. Done. I don't need to risk myself quite so much now. Now I should have really waited till I dropped off his radar. Well, there we go. Allies have helped out. So we go. Secured the base. We're only losing by 3 shots. I'll thank my ally for the good shot. Now the good thing about this part is that we've come together. We're going to help each other. And the SU probably realised he couldn't get out of there, so he just tried to get as many shots as he could. I came around here thinking that they were further away. So I'll be honest, again, a little bit of luck there. I'm just trying to get some little side shots and stuff like that. Now there we go, there's another bit of luck. I was still on the radar, the artillery still knew where it was, and that shot only damaged my tracks. I don't know how I survived that, but there we go. Sometimes you just have that little bit of luck. Now I'm moving up here because I want to change where they think I am. I want to try and get side shots and trying to get shooting down from above. So coming over, and I think I've got a perfect shot at these guys. You know, I can shoot them straight down, no armor. Most of them can't shoot me, but I didn't see Stuart, and he kills me. So, you know, bit of a stupid moment there. I'll be honest, where I had to go to get those shots, I couldn't really get out of the way that Stuart anyway. So we'll just finish off this match. Last ally left. I mean, he's got a damage engine. His gun is dead. Damage. He couldn't do much. You know, at least he went out fighting. So there we are, defeat. But you see, I went from one side of the map to the middle, to the other side, back to the middle. That just shows what a light tank can do. So we go friendly base up to 100 points per battle. So there we go. Nice little medal there, if you're interested. So the next one, Sand River, standard battle again. Now, again, I'm going to be in the Locust PS. And I'll be honest, like this match, I think I've been playing for a little while, and when you get a little bit warmed up, and you're plus as well you get a little bit tired at the same time. So I think I just sort of go there and I just want to sort of get this match over and done with. So I'll take a really risky spot. There's no cover, no concealment. I don't have a camo net or anything on this thing. And there are tons of light tanks in the team. So I take a really risky position. I'll be honest, I think I was only expecting to get the spots off of anybody coming along this side, and then I was just going to reverse and then think about my options. So I'm going to move up on here. This is, like I said, a risky position, but if you can get to it, you get so much vision on the enemy team. So we go. We've got one of our allies. I'd say he's suicide scouting, but doesn't seem to be anybody on this flank. That's when I realised, I'm going to support him. I should have clicked fall back. I just clicked to follow him to say, look, I'm on my way, I'm going to come and help you. And I've got another ally behind me. The best thing, stay together, help each other out. Now, I've just loaded a high explosive shell because I'm expecting to come across the artillery to thin the tank destroyers. Now, the Locust PS gun isn't amazing, but, the armour at this level, especially on artillery, is pathetic. So, coming on the little sand bridge over here, and then seem to have a few enemies camping this ridge. Obviously, now I realise the artillery's dead, I need to go back to armor piercing. And I can imagine they spotted us moving across the open ground there. Now this is pure active scouting. I'm up in the enemy space, but if you notice, I don't stop moving, I don't slow down. I try to zigzag, turn left, turn right, keep the enemy guessing where I am. I'm using a lot of auto aim as well because they're not moving very fast. So it should be alright, and I don't want to take the time to aim at them. But I'll be honest, this isn't exactly skilled work. I'll be honest, this is literally just driving left, right, and just being very, very lucky. But if you notice there, I've got loads of spotting damage ribbons, 8 of them. This is active scout. I'm spotting for my enemy team here. I'm getting the assistant points for doing that. We could prioritise the tank destroyer when it gets taken out. Always best to prioritise tanks that are the most threat to you. If you notice, I'm locking onto a tank, shooting at it, whilst looting where the other enemy tanks are. Focus on where I'm going. The next target, who's likely to shoot at me next. And this guy, I'm a little bit worried because if he spots me, I'm going to be losing a lot of speed coming up this hill. That's why I stopped, pulled back a little bit. But luckily I see, I've got 2 allies behind me. I've got the advantage because I can pop it out, and he has no cover behind me. So there we go. He's dead, and it's literally just mopping up the remnants. I'll be honest, I'm going to also illustrate how you have to be careful in a light tank, because it's, although I don't take any damage, this little thing, I didn't realise how steep this hill was, and I caught a little bit of air there. You'd be surprised in light tanks because they are so, and again, caught air again. Surprised how much damage you can take over something like that. And then a little bit of drift at the end, helped by my ally. You know what it's like when you're trying to finish off the last enemy team. And there you go. Plenty amount of XP, plenty amount of silver. Didn't do that much damage, didn't do that much assistance, bit help, but I got an ace tank out of it. And you know, that's what it's all about. Active scouting, spot for your team, let them do the damage, keep moving, don't get focused down, don't get focused on a specific target or where you're going. You need to keep an eye on everything around you. You'd be surprised how many times you can hit a rock and that can stop you dead and ruin your game. So last look at the stats. You see, you know, I seem to did a fair amount to everybody in the enemy team. There we go. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.